Good day, everyone. Today, I will present the abstract of the study examining effects of poverty, maternal depression, and children's self-regulation abilities on the development of language and cognition in early childhood, an early head start perspective, conducted by Sharkansi, Lejari, and Ernesti from Springer Science Business Media, New York, 2016. So for the introduction of the study. In early childhood, it is estimated that approximately 1 in 4 children in the US, according to National Center for Children and Poverty 2014, and 1 in 2 children worldwide live in poverty from globalissues.org 2013. Studies indicate that young children living in economically disadvantaged environments often begin school with fewer basic academic and social emotional skills, according to Bjorner et al. Additionally, socioeconomic SAS factors such as family income, parental level of education, and parental occupation have been shown to impact language, cognitive, and social emotional development in children, according to Kagan et al. Economic, environmental, and family stressors can result in later achievement deficits that begin in early childhood and compound through the years, according to Evans et al. 2008. Vygotsky described the sociocultural context in which children learn, specifically emphasizing the vital contributions of socioeconomic status, culture, and social interaction in regard to cognitive and language development. Vygotsky, 1934 to 2012. As a child's use of language advances, speech plays an integral role in guiding a child's activities as well as their behavior, according to Vygotsky, 1934 up to 1978. Vygotsky emphasized the importance of adult-child interactions for the interrelated development of emotional connections, language, and the facilitation of children's engagement in symbolic activities and creative play, according to Thomas, 2005. Among the many experiences of childhood, a child's discovery of emotions and his or her ability to learn to manage their own behaviors are important developmental milestones, according to Bailey, 2011, and Gilliam, 2005. Maternal depression can also affect a parent's ability to respond to their child's needs and emotions in a supportive and nurturing way, making it more difficult to assist children in developing essential emotional regulation skills, according to Sor Preston and Scaramella, 2006. Furthermore, research has indicated that when the effects of poverty are combined with those of maternal depression, children's language, cognitive, and social emotional developmental outcomes are exacerbated or will be worsened, according to Peterson and Albers, 2001. So the methodology of the study. First is the participants. Participants in the study included caregivers and children from a purposefully selected early childhood education or ECA program located in the southeastern area of the United States. The program is a nonprofit Early Head Start or EHS program that provides early childhood education, developmental milestone tracking, and case management services to families in both rural and urban communities. The children in the study range from 1 to 36 months of age. Approximately 35% of the children 9 months of age or younger when assessments were conducted. 18% of the children had a diagnosed disability. 75% of the children were African American, 16% were Caucasian, 7% were biracial, and 2% were Hispanic. Second is the data collection. University Institutional Review Board approval was gained to use demographic, developmental, and caregiver data on 122 caregiver child diets. Scaled scores and sub-scores from the following assessment instruments were utilized to explore the research question. Third is the measures that based from Ages and Stages Questionnaires, 3rd edition. The ASQ3 or Ages and Stages Questionnaires 3rd edition is a screening tool designed to capture a brief picture of a child's development based on parent or caregiver report. This measure is designed for use with children between the ages of 2 and 60 months and assesses multiple aspects of development including language abilities, gross and fine motor skills, and cognitive abilities. This instrument has appropriate internal consistency as demonstrated by an average Cron-Bunch coefficient alpha score of 0.74 and has been normed using a diverse sample of children. Language, cognitive, and fine motor scores were utilized in the study. Last is the data analysis. Multiple linear regression or MLR path analysis was used as a method to simultaneously consider caregiver and child elements pertaining to language and cognitive development in the purposefully selected group of young children from impoverished homes. Model testing with validation indicated that language, social-emotional, and fine motor scores significantly accounted for 60.3% of the total variance in cognitive scores, and that cognitive and social-emotional scores significantly accounted for 54.9% of language scores.
So now, we will proceed to the results of the study. MLR path analysis was used to test the predictive model hypothesizing statistically significant relationships between caregiver mental health, children's social-emotional well-being, caregiver education, child's age and gender, and standardized developmental scores. The analysis did not indicate concerns related to collinearity, normality of residuals, or homogeneity of variance of residuals. Both cognition and social-emotional development were found to have direct effects on language development. An increase in cognitive scores corresponded to an increased language scores. Social-emotional development was measured inversely, meaning that higher scores indicated decreased social-emotional well-being and were associated with a decrease in language score. So we are now in the last part of the study, which is the conclusions and the implications. The socioeconomic and demographic characteristics of the EHS cohort in the study provide a unique opportunity to examine aspects of Vygotsky's sociocultural theory through a present-day lens, the conclusions and implications of which can be extended globally to children living in poverty. The participants were relatively homogeneous with 98% of the families at or below the federal poverty level. 60% of caregivers had a high school education or less, and 62% of the caregivers were unemployed. The findings of this study also have important implications for teachers who work with young children and professionals that work in home visitation programs. Parents, home visitors, preschool teachers, and other individuals that interact with very young children are positioned to help children learn the skills necessary to manage their behavior and control their emotions. And that would be all for the abstract of the study. Thank you.